Draft on our hands from Xtreme. Terrorblade, Doom, Shadow Demon, some sort of dog thing.
No stuns.
No stuns.
No team fight. No chance. No chance. I don't know. This draft
0%
looks...
win probability.
The only thing demonic about this draft is the fact it exists. Because it is ugly looking. Like, I don't know how we got here, but we are here. Terrorblade Shadow Demon supports. Illusions for days. 3 heroes that do not use illusions.
You know what you need when you're facing up against a bunch of demons?
Arkosh.
Arkosh. Or how about... they just got 4 bounty runes. What kind of deal with the devil himself did they do to pull off a 4 bounty rune heist and first blood?
What? How? I don't understand how that's possible.
I'm telling you.
What?
Deal with the devil.
Oh, well, anyway. Shopify versus Xtreme Gaming. Game 1.
They're already up by a K.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is one of those drafts you just know they're probably going to win with it, you know? Like, it's just so weird. It's good.
It's like going to a pub.
Yeah, dude.
They have 4 cores. Somebody's jungling right away, and you just know somehow you're still going to lose the game.
When I see enemy team and they have like 2 carries, no stuns, and that guy starts jungle, I know I lost. You're never winning that game. That's what I feel this one is, you know? Shopify's like, hey guys, they have no real stuns. They have the greediest support duo of all time. They have 3 right-click carries. We got this. Then you go in game and you're down 2k gold going in the lane. Oh no.
And XM is killing it in that mid lane matchup. 5 and 5.
Yeah, this is a spooky draft.
I don't know how you win this lane right here. Life tier stealer.
Well, again, I think Terrorblade is strong on lane. I think that's where this hero shines. Courier
but it's
kill.
up against a Lion Mars. Like, surely Lion Mars is stronger.
You just lost Bracer recipe on Courier. This early game is a disaster for Shopify. Every little thing that could have gone wrong has gone wrong in the first 2 minutes here. Lost 4 runes, gave away first blood, fed some couriers.
Yeah, but the net worth lead has decreased.
Well, yeah, because their lanes are stronger.
Well, give it a few more minutes and we'll be a dead even game. What's that bottom lane again? So we got Arc Warden, Phoenix. That doesn't sound tremendously strong. So Shadow Demon, Doom should actually be able to do all right, I think.
Doom usually gets something. I think this lane's like a wash lane. Maybe you can get some cheeky kills on the Demon with the Arc Warden just because Arc's such a strong laner. And I think Arteezy's Arc Warden laning's one of the better ones over the past few years.
Yeah, I was
really
say, I just realized this is Arteezy Arc Warden. Yeah. That is probably one of his best heroes.
Respect the man, what he can bring to the table. And also, the shining light for Shopify this entire tournament to me has been Yopaj. He has looked really good, even in the games they lose. Channels that Abed energy.
I feel like he's doing more than Abed. At least the last previous year or so.
Saberlight had to go to base and walk back.
And he's walking back with a healing self. How?
Well, it's not his.
Oh. Theo, of course. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But he got a stack? A stack and a pole?
Look at this.
This lane is going so much better than I expected.
Yeah, they are owning this lane. And it's good that Yopaj is doing well mid, because Shopify are going to need a strong Templar assassin here. Can be a very good TA game. If he gets really fat off Ancients, he's probably not getting invaded early. He can just accelerate the Roshan versus a lineup that might have, you know, clunky time meeting them at these objectives. I could see him pop off. Gleipnir timing for our Tor is also going to be a strong point in this lineup.
Yeah,
Gives them
massive.
the extra lockdown for a lot of the damage they have and makes XM's game a lot more difficult.
Money changes hands.
But so far, fairly even here. Another courier kill. Jin-Q.
Yopaj getting aggressive here on XM. He's whittled them down with these side blade hits. And now he's beginning to establish more and more dominance.
But he's getting ganked.
Why is DY
by the Terror Blade
in?
with the Orb of Venom. That was actually a lot of damage.
It was a lot of damage.
Jeez. Kind of like the Orb of Venom. It's a cool idea.
Yeah, it is.
He did get First Blood, though, which definitely helps this type of build.
Yeah, it does.
Blood grenades, Orb of Venom, run at people, reflect them. Stuff with nightmares. Just a question of for which team.
Disruption, and a go. XXS getting on top of RTZ. Gets a slam in with the Inferno Blade. Looks like Jin-Q's going to die for it, but he gets to be a part of the experience. They're going to go for a double here. Kitrak, 18 HP. Catapult puts him at 5. And zapped him down.
Man, what a creep. The old Chain Lightning. Never fails to deliver. They did get that Terrorblade kill up top. But are they going to feed it right back with the Blood Grenade meta?
Nope. Speared back before he can get a shot in.
Another courier death, perhaps? No, that's also going to be safe. Diablo Core TP's out. Get away with everything. So they will not bleed more net worth up here.
They just actually have to both go back to the fountain.
Yeah, the regen trade has not been too favorable for them, and Ame is free farming, which is what this Terrorblade pick got you. Got you a really good lifestealer pick in a theoretically very good lifestealer game, based on what they saw. I got a DD rune for the Void Spirit. That is the best one they could have gotten here. Open up a lot of burst damage potential with the level 6. He's closing in on it off this wave. So no ganks on XM before he hits that. Shopify just too pressured on the side lanes here. That is not plus 25.
Like the preemptive thinking here. Making sure that TA doesn't get a bunch of traps down in the mid lane matchup. They also have very early vision in this triangle. They double warded it.
Yeah, they want to contest the stacks, which I don't think their lineup is amazing at, but if you have full vision there, anything's possible. And you got to think about this Doom. He is closing in on level 6, has that Harpy creep. He's pretty damn strong in the next minute or two. Wisdom runes get split, and Ame is walking him down.
Wow. He just TP'd to lane and almost instantly dies? God's Rebuke will get him away from DY. Okay, he's alive, but I think he wishes he was dead.
Well, don't say that. I'll tell you what he wishes. He wishes he was lower XP so that he got the Wisdom Rune XP. Because he's level 4 right now. And that is quite sad.
He's going to turn around and farm this creep, and Void Spirit might come kill him for it.
Right, these are big CS. No. Got one of them. Meanwhile, Doom is ready, and he wants to use it. Can he use it?
Thought about throwing it out there on Kitrak. I believe Kitrak is dead. It's just a question of how long it's going to take to kill him.
Block him on the stairs.
Disruptions around.
Nowhere to go.
So didn't have to use the Doom to kill the Phoenix. So when the Phoenix comes back to try and hold the lane again, they can get aggressive again.
He's still level 4. All right, let's not look at the Mars for a little bit. Let's focus on bright sides.
Okay. What are the bright sides?
All right, back to the Mars. Ame is going to chase him down. Orb of Corrosion just lets you do whatever you want here. There's no helping him, and Shopify have abandoned Saberlight.
Much like God has abandoned him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Midas done, though. There's some positives, and some stacking getting done as well. So you can play around this Arc Warden, protect him, The Doom is out, but it's not on Arteezy.
Doubled up. Ooh, Disruption buys the Doom a little bit of time. More fire damage while he's in the hole.
God.
The Liquor now has to make a run for it. The Tempest double, struggling to get the kill. He threw the Spirit in the wrong direction. Yopaj actually comes in for a random side lane gank to try and bolster this bottom lane that got totally run over. Gets one kill out of it, I suppose, but very bad for Shopify.
Those supports did work in that fight. Basically just killing Artur with the help of the Doom damage off the Scorched Earth. Considering you doomed the Phoenix, that outcome was extremely good. You get the refill into mid. Yopaj has to walk back here. And
okay.
You're still not getting anything on this Mars because he's just stuck versus Lifestealer.
How much of this comes down to the 4 bounty rune First Blood, and how much of this is just legit?
Probably, I'd say like 70-30.
Which way?
I'll let you figure that out.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's a decent chunk to what happened in the first minute.
Okay.
Like,
so you think they, like, this, because you did describe this as the greedy support duo in Dota, and they won their lanes really hard.
I mean, I don't know. I have no way to evaluate support Terrorblade, honestly. Like, I feel like it's pretty greedy, but we don't really know. Shadow Demon's kind of greedy, but if the lanes go well, he takes advantage of it better than a lot of supports. Evaluation's very difficult. What I will say, though, is when you get 4 runes and a courier and a First Blood and before the creeps meet, I think regardless of what the heroes are, you're probably already like 60-40 favor. And I think most pro teams would agree with that.
Okay.
It is a huge swing. You're basically getting, like, imagine you come to lane, every hero has 2 extra sets of regen.
Sure.
That is the equivalent.
Yeah.
That is ginormous, right? So you can't really underestimate it here. That was just an awful first minute for Shopify Rebellion, and they're trying to recover off it. The Midas on the Archwarden will definitely help. And this is a draft that doesn't necessarily take advantage of an explosive start that well. Like, you can get a couple Doom kills here or there, and maybe find something with the Void Spear, but you're not just going to lose your whole map instantly if you're Shopify Rebellion. And we're seeing it stabilize a bit here. Midas for the Doom, just try and greet it up. But the big question is that start good enough to put Xtreme in a position where they're just going to get to their late game timings with all this scale? Maybe it is. Ooh, that golden Roshan.
Has been killed.
Arteezy's career gets sniped, and now his support is getting sniped. Kitrak doesn't have his level 6 yet, but Void Spirit doesn't commit for it. Does manage to get the arena, but doomed almost immediately afterwards. Blown up. The Terrorblade goes down. Ame's getting a little bit low, and he's in the fast target. Somebody come help Ame, but they're all being chased away by Yopaj. Yopaj's threat pushes the rest of Xtreme outside of the claws of Ame's Lifestealer. So he's left alone and isolated, killed. And they're going to go for a third kill. Nice spear from Saberlight. Gets some revenge after a rough laning phase.
That was a sick spear. Got the exact tree at the exact distance.
And just like that, 2,000 net worth lead totally undone.
I mean, we're seeing these team fights. I don't think it's close. You have a Doom target you can connect onto, but like, what the hell else is the rest of your draft doing in these 5-on-5s? It's just everybody running around trying to kill somebody random. There's no spell synergy. You know, I just don't like, oh, we got Reflection doomed. Like, you know, I don't see it. Meanwhile, you have stuns to protect an egg. You have Archwarden Bubble to go in there. Arena can block off more of the escape paths, and then Yopaj comes in with some big physical damage. It's a nice composite mix. You have control, you have deeps, you have AoE.
Yeah, you said wall to protect the egg. That's a combo that we didn't even see yet. He wasn't even level 6. So that team fight, it was rough for Xtreme, and it only gets harder now.
Especially if Ame cannot last in the fight. Like, this might be a BKB Lifestealer game. I don't know what he's probably going to go this Armlet Radiance. But if he can't infest targets and get that initial burst, I feel like him lingering in the fight doesn't necessarily feel that great.
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe need a faster Blink Dagger on Doom. Kind of need that Infest jump, right?
It could be the Void Spirit. It's just Void Spirit is a slow hero to ramp up. He's going Manta first as well.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Does look like XXS has Blink Dagger queued up as his next item, so.
Pretty necessary. Need some Blink Hoof Stomp going on. He does get the Hoof Stomp before he gets ganked. But he should be going down here to the finger damage.
Second finger kill for Theolacor. Meanwhile, tried to gank bottom lane. They got the Tempest double. Kitrak's going to make his way through the gate.
It's decent gold and a necessary move just to open up this tower. Got to bring numbers for it. You don't have a natural tower taker. Cannot let Ame die again. Oh yeah, the support terribly. With Tranquil Boots. Really demolishing objectives here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Time for Yopaj to start clearing through some stacks.
This is farm and chill for him. Yeah, again, like, I don't know what world you ever contest this.
Yeah, how does Xtreme...
I just don't ever see it.
Stop this. That's the question. Blink Dagger done for the Mars, so Blink Dagger for Yopaj instead of the Deso. A little bit surprised by that, but I guess when you have an Arc Warden, you don't need to be thinking that you're a hard carry hero.
He's been going the Blink early in a lot of their games too. I think they don't really prefer to play this TA too greedily. He likes to be able to jump on the other stuns, get the damage in, still hit pretty damn hard. Makes you harder to catch on the map as well, play more aggressive. I don't think there's really huge downsides to either trajectory, depending on what you want to do. There's also some games you just don't really want the Deso. He wants to just go other items. Now is that option, and wraparound from Shopify is a nice play if they can connect the arena, and Blink on Saberblade should guarantee it.
Spotted, but they get the jump still on the Terrorblade, saved by the disruption, but he's going to come back into a Supernova. Supernova, that's dead almost immediately because Ame jumps in and finishes off quick and clean. The 3 and 4 are dead. Now they're going to chase down the Templar Assassin, who is doomed, and as soon as Ame hits him, he is mega dead.
Horrendous teamfight outcome for Shopify. Looked like you were going to get both supports. You got him in the arena, you dropped the egg, but quick TPs from Xtreme. They were ready for that play. And that's the type of fight Ame loves. You go on other targets, free up the fight for him. He comes in, just gets a free egg kill.
Yeah, he did not need a delivery system in that exchange when you could just TP onto the Supernova.
And I feel like if you're going to commit there, you got to commit with everybody.
They're actually going to try and hold this one. Missed out on the spear, though. Theolacor, Finger, trying to blow up the Doom. Nice and quick, but he's living.
He's living.
He is making a run for it. Got hit by the Fire Spirits, but it was so much commitment, and Ame is going to town over here. Arteezy's Tempest double can only do so much to help Shopify in this exchange.
And that's one of the big pieces here. These fights are 5-on-4. The Arc Warden is not joining any of these exchanges. He's trying to get to Gleipnir first, but it's giving a lot of gold back Xtreme's way, and the supports were some of the biggest beneficiaries. This Shadow Demon is getting big off these fights.
I mean, that's another fight where it feels like Shopify are taking it in a way that the Lifestealer is already on top of them when the fight starts.
Yes. And if your TA's there killing him off a stunner's lane, okay, but not if he just gets to lay into you during the rage. I also like this early shard pickup from Xinqiu. This is a good cleanse game. Like, you throw this cleanse on some target, you remove the Fire Spirits, helps you kill the egg. You remove some Arc Warden debuffs. Extra heal in the fight. Gonna feel good for these cores.
It's pretty interesting for sure.
And he's just rushing the Ags here, so they'll get extra charges of everything. Be a powerhouse on that back line. Huge target for Shopify to try and find in these fights. They're getting flanked by multiple sides.
Is this going to be good, though? The arena's going to catch them both, and there's no Lifestealer to defeat the egg this time around. They're going to focus it down with XXS and Xinqiu. They still get it. Bad positioning here for Kitrak. I think that's fair to say.
very aggressive placement does not pay off multiple times. They have all this egg protection, but it's just getting right-clicked down by melee Doom.
Didn't hit any fire spirits on the dive in or anything, it seems like.
Q disrupted himself, so I don't think the fire spirit hit. That was a big play, honestly. And then XG bring the numbers once again. They're just outnumbering Shopify in these fights. It has not been together as 4, and if you're not bringing the 5th, that just makes it even worse. They're looking for the Arc Warden top, but Arteezy was already out of there. These fights are just getting out of control. They don't have Lifestealer answers. It's a product of the Terrorblade swap. But that means you need to bring numbers to the fight so you can get an advantage over XG. In theory, this Terrorblade is not giving you as much in the fight as a Phoenix Lion. But it doesn't matter if you're always in a 4-on-5.
Yeah. And if you're not executing your combo correctly, right?
Yeah, the egg has to go off.
This egg arena combo should be early on. I feel like it should be pretty close to guaranteed, you know? Kid Track making a break for it, not gonna make it out. They're stuck inside the arena. Yopaj is gonna come in, but the blink away from XXS. Once again, the Jin Q with the demonic cleanse helps out. Actually saves Doom's life there, I think.
These fights are just costing Saberlight a lot. He's not getting the golden XP back that he needs to recover in this game. And these windows are going to fade. If you get early dispel items on these cores, you were looking at the Manta on the Void Spirit, it's done. You're looking at the BKB on Doom, it's almost done. And Ame has that built-in rage. With that Radiance going Sanj and Yasha, so pretty standard lifesteal build that we've come to expect by now. And all 3 of these cores are going to be able to man up at the fight. Dispel the Fire Spirits, dispel some of these other hits from the Arc and the TA, and just kill your egg, and then what's left? And Arteezy went Orchid over that Gleipnir. I mean, this is an item, you need to get some value out of it. I don't know if his plan is he's just going to 1v5 the late game. I mean, maybe, but I feel like that's some old school Shopify that didn't work for them. And it's not what they've been playing for this tournament. And I just don't think it's true, given the game state. You're also building... You also went this Orchid into a lineup that is going to have the Dispels. Right? You already have this first item mana. You have Cleanse. You have BKB now. Yep. You have Disruption. You have a lot of ways to bypass this mechanism and just get on top of the egg and the Arc Warden here. You opted to go for this over that Gleipnir timing as well. Now you're just bleeding kills, giving up power runes. Once more, this is another game from Shopify over the last few days that just does not feel like it's connecting.
It does seem like they have lost a bit of something that looked good in Group Stage 1 and maybe even the early games of Group Stage 2.
The games were a lot faster and smoother for them. The supports were rotating, they were connecting. You were getting these early fights, you were getting the numbers. Here, it's the other way around. Maybe they're playing teams that are figuring out more. Maybe their drafts aren't as advantageous at the very start. I mean, whatever you want to pin it on, it's just, you got to figure it out right now because XG are taking advantage of it. And these series matter a lot. We're coming down to the wire. You're all in the middle of this pack. You know, these games can decide an elimination in this $1 million tournament.
And Shopify have a very rough series ahead after this one, too. They're going to be matched up against Team Falcons as their last series. So you can kind of expect that to be an L, considering the way that Falcons is dominating things. Only they've lost 1 game at this group stage so far, and that was today against Aurora. Xtreme, meanwhile, they face Gaming Gladiators this last series of the Group 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
which definitely a far more beatable team right now. They're looking good to take down Shopify, at least in this game one anyway. 5,000, 6,000 net worth lead. Their draft problems seem to be kind of covered up as they have succeeded early on, and now gold is beginning to cover up the rest.
I mean, that's the thing with Dota. If you just play well and you get leads, your draft doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Most heroes can do stuff. They can build what they lack. Gold solves everything. You can get there. You know, this is a defensive BKB just to escape right now. Does not feel good for Saberlight. So Deso done. You had the BKB on the Mars. And Arteezy is at his double Bloodthorn. So he is just building to scale. Bloodthorn and a Mjolnir with the bots Midas. Pretty greedy, but if he can land them off like a Hex into Bloodthorn on somebody, you can melt that target really damn fast.
Definitely hard for Lightstealer to play fights without an Infest jump in. Maybe at some point he gets a Dispel for himself, but right now he doesn't have any. Doom, Templar Assassin, Xtreme. They have to run for it, but they'll get there in the end.
Nice find by XXS. I think anytime he can jump and Doom the Arc or the TA, you're just happy to take that fight, almost no matter what the situation is.
Stand-up performances all around by XXS and DY, I think. I mean, this Terrorblade has done far more than I would have expected in the laning phase in particular. He got a massive lead there.
He's also building the right items, which I think counts for a lot.
How so?
I mean, he's going Drum Vlads, which I think are the best two on this support TV. He already has drums. He went the Tranquils with extra MS, which is important in the fights. He's going the Vlads, which gives you the mana regen and gives you the best buff that you can build, I think, in the current meta from this sort of like backline saving support. And he had the early earn Orb of Venom because he was having a pretty good game and they had a lot of early gold, right? I think this is how you're supposed to itemize this hero, and it's giving him some decent impact on the 5-on-5. Like, I don't know what all these other builds nonsense was, but unless you have some super specific item you want, I mean, this is how you do it. He has Gossamer as well. That is super nice this game. And that Axe for the SD on top of that cleanse. You have 2 cleanses now.
Yep.
To help deal with, you know, the double Bloodthorn and these Fire Spirits going in. These supports are honestly pulling their weight and more in this game right now. And there's still large targets for Shopify to try and find.
Yeah, this early I would not expect the Shadow Demon Terrorblade to be having greater output than Lion Phoenix, but they are. And I feel like time only makes them stronger.
Execution's been on point.
Scythe Device going to be the next option for Saberlight. As Shopify continue to play some rat.
I don't want to fight this Aegis. But he is going to get to this BKB pretty uncontested, and I think
Radiant's middle tower is
that's trouble. Lose this Bloodthorn value, you lose some Chain Stun value. Because he's gonna infest in, he's gonna rage, then he's gonna BKB, then he might have another rage up soon. You know, what do you do during that time period if you are the Phoenix, Lion, Mars in this game? Pretty much nothing. You have to kite him out, or I guess build a Hex of your own and somehow find the jump here. The Lion or the Mars. Ag's done for XM. He's tanking up and delivering some silences on the back line of his own. And Ame's ready to push.
Yeah, I guess one thing is how well can Xtreme take towers and end the game? Because there is going to be some point where it's just like, okay, you're battling up against late game Arc Warden. That's always kind of a pain in the ass.
High ground into Arc Warden, not the easiest. Spearback could cause some problems as well, but I think Lifestealer's pretty good siege mechanism. You have the Shadow Demon saves. They can force objectives. And they can force it enough where they'll make Shopify come back, which is enough to continue to build a lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
2 minutes left on the Aegis. They've taken this tier 2. Does Ame want to keep going and, like you said, force Shopify back?
He wants to see Heroes Hero to minimum. 2 minutes on the Aegis. No reason to just run back and do what on the map versus Arc Warden who's splitting you. You want to bring him back or make them pay. They're probably going to look for a spear back at some point in this siege, but yeah, pre-cleanse. Anticipating the play, and they'll chill.
Well, Shopify do back up to their base, it seems. I didn't expect RTZ to be here. He's got Manta now. 4 staff on Yopaj's Templar Assassin. Make that a full Hurricane Pike, rather.
RTZ is big. I mean, he has played this game to farm and scale. He is doing that.
While they're backing up, clearing out some of the waves, Saberlight was hunting. Didn't find his mark in XXS. Power Rune's gonna spawn. Ooh, big rune right there.
Yeah, they did see it on that trap. But what can you do about it? There's also a creep running in right now.
Yeah, a infested Ame chasing after ya. The Radiance Burn ticking down the refraction before the fight has even begun.
Get ye gone, Golem. He come for you.
Well, he doesn't have a Basher, so
Kid track.
Can't do anything about that one.
He has no TP, so he will die here. As they're waiting for somebody to get isolated on this map, but while they're waiting for that, XXS takes matters into his own hand. Arcborn TPing. His Doom will not tick him out, I believe. Never mind, he's doomed. He's going to die.
The last tick.
And it did a lot more damage than I expected. They do find a return. That's a big one. He had Gem. And
they got out with it.
Power of the Bloodthorn on these single target bursts. That's the connection Shopify will look for in these fights. The Hex target, Bloodthorn that guy, and then find the Shadow Demon with somebody else, either an Arena or the other Bloodthorn from the clone. Something of this nature, you can win that fight. You can also do some creative stuff where, like, you spear somebody back, you blink in and pike them deeper or something. I don't know. Anything to isolate a target is going to feel good in this game.
BKB's done for Ame. I feel like you're kind of peeking out here.
Me?
No. The Lifestealer.
Oh. Oh, wait, dude.
Production, you meme too hard. You broke everything.
Yeah, Boots of bearing up. Now, this is a support Arc Warden, or a support Terrorblade build. Please no support Arc Warden. That is how you itemize. I would feel good about having this DY Terrorblade behind me in a game, you know?
Yeah, okay. Take note, everyone. If you're going to be ruining your pubs, at least do it with the right item build.
Lincoln Sphere, interesting. I mean, Ame is just itemizing not to die, not to get jumped, and not to get initiated on.
Wait, what happened to his BKB? He sold the he bought the BKB, thought better of it, sold it, bought Lincoln's instead.
Yeah, but he's still gonna go BKB, I think. Just getting a little better equipped for the initiation. They found a start on XXS. He is very tanky though.
Yeah, especially with the Heaven's Halberd dodging a lot of the attacks. Kid Track, got to be found in the river.
Big solo pickoff.
And the Doom's looking around with an infest in him. He's gonna go through the gate.
Yeah, he's got
head to where Yopaj is. He gets him on the Doom. Yopaj TP's away. Good game read.
Close. Arteel's like, you got Shiva's and Halberd? Holy. I got to farm more.
Any excuse to farm more.
He is up 5K on this Lifestealer. He is gigantic. Are you starting to believe, Cap? Are you starting to believe?
I honestly have no idea how to measure the strength of these lineups late game, you know?
Well, you're about to find out.
I mean, do you believe?
Radiant are scanning.
He's got Bloodthorn. He's got Hex. He's got double Nemesis Curse. He's about to show you what a real carry's made out of.
Smoke not finding anything. Xtreme on the other side of the lane, very grouped up.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Just like that, he takes another life. And he's gone.
The courier. Very impressive.
Double boots.
Well, Arteezy showing in the top lane, so Xtreme immediately smoke and push.
Yeah, he has forsaken anybody who would remain down here, but they do have limited stun, so Ame has to wait.
Waiting, 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 jumping, dead hero.
Yeah, and BKB. Yeah, that was ambitious, BKB.
Just a tad bit.
I also don't know about this bots. Like, I get the idea.
Dire are scanning.
He wants to have increased global presence on these pickoffs. Maybe that's the only way they feel they can win this game. So in that sense, it adds up, but doesn't look pretty in the inventory. A little 2-on-1 action.
Xinkyu isn't really adding much here.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
sure
I'll
to finish
take
that
that.
off. Doom Shard. I miss level death.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because it had a cool ass animation. You remember it threw out that like yellow skull? He like threw the yellow skull at you, and then you got him on the number, and then you typed GG easy math.
No, I actually don't remember that animation
Okay,
at all.
well,
Heals Doom and his controlled units for 60% of the damage dealt.
yeah, like what is this? You know?
And his controlled units.
Yeah, I don't know what they expected with that.
Yeah, there's Helmet Dominator, Doom.
Now, let me just farm a Helmet the Overlord and get a Golem creep. Let him run into me. He's invincible. Healing for 60. What are you gonna do?
Xtreme are doing Roshan right now, so Shopify are having a grand old time farming some Ancients. But
Dire's
Xtreme are unlocking the power to go high ground once again.
Another Aegis for free.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
as well. Oh boy, this is gonna be a push. Gonna deal with the clone, get the lanes out, and then look for the fight. That is a 4,500 HP Halberd Shiva's Doombringer with Cloak plus Shard. Bots 2 for Arteezy. Really looking for this pickoff game. Will they get it here? High ground ward. They're out.
Dire's middle tower.
Is it really possible to win Dota nowadays without team fights?
No, not really. You have to fight eventually. He's really farming. Look at his net worth, man.
Mindbreaker, that's a big damage buff up for Arteezy. A little less so for XM, but same item. I mean, with Lifestealer with an Aegis, Lincoln's BKB walks up and hits your tier 3. I don't think Shopify can do anything about that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, we'll find out eventually here what this Arc Warden is worth.
Yeah, I feel like this is this is a matchup that I have never seen before in my life. So I have zero idea how to judge the strength, and I just keep on waiting for the other shoe to drop.
It's time for Arteezy to show his worth.
Yeah, one scythe, lot of burst damage. It's enough.
Where's the
Double
disruption?
dice is good enough. No disruption in the back lines. Actually blew up the Shadow Demon next. They got the Doom out on the Templar Assassin while Ame had to infest, get out of the team fight. It was a really bad setup for them. Let's see if he can hit the spear as he comes out. Nope. Ame reaches up, TPs away. But great team fight for Shopify.
I don't know if Disruption was on cooldown. I mean, it must have been on cooldown because Xinkyu was not silenced or anything, and he was just standing there for 3 seconds, couldn't do anything. So they must have used it to farm or something. I don't know. Either way, That is the power of the Arc Warden right there, baby. Double Bloodthorn, double Hex. See you later, XM. Surprise. I've been farming this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, when you're able to pop out 6 units that are all hitting this Bloodthorn unit for 60 damage a pop, combined with the regular damage, it adds up pretty swiftly. Missed out on the spear, lower down, Theolacor being chased by the Doom. BKB put to use, but doesn't get a kill for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still have this Aegis, so... Man-up teamfights are hard. And Ags for the TA, even more rat potential.
This is crazy.
This is just everybody gearing up to win this game off the split push rat. You get a pick off and then
Dire's
collapse
top tower
the
is under
game.
attack.
I mean, if you get it, it's going to be pretty nasty, but XG, will they give it to you? You also have that level 25 talent on the TA already done. It's a big talent this game, extra refraction charges. Clone comes in. See how much this clone can do.
This one, not quite as impressive.
Got a couple of golems there. That's worth. 8k lead for this Arc Warden. Another Infest play. They are hunting.
Running straight into the Templar Assassin
No detection.
here, but they don't have any detection.
He is fast, dude. Stormcrafter, 550 MS during Scorched Earth.
He found him.
Look at the...
Immediately gets sniped. Manta to be able to get rid of the open wounds, but he still hit him with the Ghoul Frenzy. Now they're going to doom him. With the Doom, he is almost certainly dead. A couple more swipes will ensure it, and yeah, he's gone. Yopaj has to use his Zags to teleport away. They're going to find Theolacor as well. So 2 pickoffs for Xtreme. Does this open up the high ground push?
What a sick find. A really nice build by XXS. 550 MS with this Infest. Such a high threat on the map. Just ran Arteezy down, finds him randomly in the jungle, and that will indeed open up this high ground.
I feel like a find that probably shouldn't happen, considering the fact that Yopaj saw them go through the portal and everything, but...
Yeah, that was very... I just think Artur didn't expect how fast that Doom was.
Yeah.
He was backing, but nowhere near enough in time. He does have buyback here, but do not want to commit it on some random fight like this. I don't know. You're going to... I think you have to, though. You're going to wait for the lion to spawn, going with the stuns by the Arc. Hope it's enough.
I think the Templar Assassin, the initiation from Saberlight hits the Arena Spear, but Arteezy's still holding on to his buyback.
There it is.
Now he's going to pop it as they dive into the tier 4s, get controlled up, and XM, oh, he managed to get away. Arteezy couldn't get him with the Scythe in time.
Yeah, he summoned the clone instead of going for that Scythe, and that Void Spirit gets out of there.
So a buyback that doesn't net anything for Shopify. Deeper in the hole now.
That is not a buyback you wanted to give up in this game without some sort of high ground defense fight. Now that door is open for XG. You find this Arc, this game just ends. Rat continues.
Yeah, Yopaj is trying really hard to get them to back away from this mid push. Backdoor protection, trying to fight through it.
Creep wave's coming.
They'll get there eventually.
Radiant's middle barracks.
There it is.
Getting cut.
Radiant's middle barracks.
But it's not going to stop this push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that mid creep wave isn't dying very quickly. This backdoor protection is going to stay off for a while.
Gotta find the jump. When you find that jump, you need to check this Shadow Demon as well. Hex done for Saberlight will help. With these issues, it's another smoke used that XG just back off and waste. Arteezy wants level 25, and he got it off a Wisdom Rune. So increased Tempest, double duration. It's a big talent. Yopaj back to the Rat.
I mean, it's great for the Rat. I'm not sure if it's great for the team fight because...
Double is dying pretty fast.
Yeah, it is.
His build is pure offense, which means these clones are not that tanky. Doesn't have some sort of butterfly or
Scotty or something like that. Yeah.
And the siege continues here.
Radiant's bottom has fallen. Radiant's
Slow
bottom
but
barracks
steady.
are under attack.
XG are not showing a lot. We'll TP the demon back.
Static's cap.
Ooh,
Saves
damage.
lies.
You gonna get him
Can he
here?
blink away? He got a blink.
Okay. It's close. Breathing room for Shopify. They will try and push some lanes and create some pressure somewhere.
Yeah, but the pressure is going to mount back up as soon as Roshan spawns. Xtreme is going to go for that and then end game. So they need to find a way to contest this Roshan.
Sitting on 2 Midas charges right now.
Rotation's coming in. They're going to try and catch him in this bottom lane. Ame chasing after them, but they're all out.
The Arteezy just refused to leave his base with buyback cooldown. Which is just insane because he has those Midas charges. He sees heroes on the map. He'll go to a camp. He'll get them off now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No, he refuses to use them.
Radiant are scanning.
Now he
Dire's
uses
middle
them.
tower
Okay.
has fallen.
Value. He's looking at BKB. Alright, I mean, makes you tankier, I guess. But the net worths are catching up. He used to be 8k ahead, I think. He's now 2. The Artor investment fund has not yielded nearly as good results here.
No.
A bauble from the
It's not keeping up with the trend. Xtreme, I mean, all their heroes. I guess the one thing is that the Lifestealer is kind of capping out, but the thing that feels really good for Xtreme is that the Void Spirit has a lot of room for growth still.
Oh, yeah. They caught the TA, or did they?
Shivas will spot him. They get the Doom on him. He was
very
trying to
close.
channel the teleport away to the trap.
Man, XXS has been everywhere this game.
Yeah, he's done such a great job of putting Xtreme in a winning position.
And he just didn't get punished for the greedy build either. Like, this was such a good game for it because there was no tempo presented by Shopify. It was all farm. So, okay, I'm just going to go farming, do build, and pick you off on the map. Best of both worlds. He has matched the Arc Warden and done a lot more in the meantime. DD on Saberlight. He will look for the initiation here.
Saberlight needs to get Shin Q, and he got him. And
Okay,
Arena,
fine.
that kid
He's not dead.
inside, but Shin Q is not dead. He's perfectly fine, and they cut down the egg so damn quickly. Ame has dealt with that, his BKB wearing out, but he now has the rage. Go to work on this tier 3. Buybacks from Shopify. Throw in a couple, but they don't have their full squad. This just looks
Radiant's top tower.
completely over, Avery.
Radiant's top
Yeah, they
tower
cannot
is
kill
under
a single hero.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
I can't believe this went so well for Xtreme in the early game.
They got a Roxo. They're going to rat.
Yeah, but what's super creeps to mega creeps, you know?
They're trying to get the kill on the Doom. And they're back
Oh,
off.
he stopped 2 of those teleports.
Yeah. I mean, this clone's doing some work right now. Force the support Sunder
I
back
think
to the
that's-
buildings.
Is that the first Sunder we've seen all game?
Yeah, it might be. He got a tier 4, ladies and gentlemen. Damage done. What do you have to say about that, Ame?
Radiant are scanning.
I don't think he has to say anything. He's going to let the mega creeps do the talking.
What do you have to say about that building damage, Ame?
Elacor caught out in the map. That's a gem.
The catch has been on point for XG this game. I mean, you just have to keep pushing this bottom lane in and create the throne threat, I guess. Definitely harder with these megas, but I mean, what else are you playing for here? Helm of Dominator for Artor. He's sending a creep somewhere? Or did he not even get a creep?
Is he strong enough to rat through backdoor protection? I don't think so.
He is, but they still have Glyph.
Right. Well, it may not matter. Xtreme, XXS,
Quick
links
blink.
in with his BKB, doesn't see a target for himself.
The dragon has arrived. The dragon is leaving. The dragon has arrived again.
Dragon is dead. He'll start getting some swipes in on the tier 4s. The bubble is going to be pretty annoying.
There is no rat action, but there is buyback timer coming up, but he will not have the gold. So it does nothing here.
It's just some sort of weird hero defense mini game that we're playing here.
He bought Helmet Dom and just hasn't used it.
Okay, they bots out while Roshan is being done.
That's the hero, not the clone.
They might Radiant scan. There's a hero here. Unfortunately, there was also a dire ward there, so. All right. TY is turning into a 4th core now. He's got a goddamn
He's on a ward.
He's got an Aghanim Scepter.
He is on a ward right now.
He's on a ward, yeah.
He has no buyback.
That's the ward I was talking about. All right, well, game over. I would say Shopify put up a good fight, but
Did they?
I'm not convinced that they did put up a good fight.
I don't know what they fought here. Fought themselves or something. I don't think they did really anything this game. I don't know how much there was to do, but I mean, there's got to be like some fight you can take into a lineup that's pretty wonky.
I mean, a lot of it was just that first 20 minutes where the misexecution.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the 0 runes as well. They're going to find the demon. Not a bad start.
Oh, the demons will find them, though.
Egg went off. That's the first one we've seen.
Nice.
Feels good, man. Radiance on the support Terrorblade. Feels bad, man.
They managed to make it a 4 versus 4.
He got Ags.
Yeah.
From the Roshan.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
Oh, man, he's not sure if he's hitting heroes or the tier 4. He's kind of dancing between the two right now.
Terror wave from the support Terrorblade.
Ame's actually getting a little bit low. He uses his axe to jump inside the Mars, heals up a little bit there. They finished up the Mars. Now he turns on to Yopaj. Yopaj
and he's speared into the fountain.
Outdo the heal that was coming out from Ame. Nice spear, double spear back into the fountain they go once again. But the buildings are dropping, the Mega Creeps are pushing in. They get the Terrorblade, the support Terrorblade is down, but they still have double cheeses and an Aegis, and now buybacks to fight through. There's just too many heroes. They spear back, another one into the fountain. The Void Spear takes a bit of damage there, but they cannot stand toe-to-toe against this infernal power of Xtreme Gaming.
Well,